another step forward. You're not allowed in the kitchen for at least 10 years right now.
10 years? Are you going to be my personal chef?
I think someone has to be now.
What?
Get back. You're not allowed in the kitchen.
You shouldn't be allowed in the kitchen either.
I think he still has all of his paw fingers intact.
Paw fingers?
Not another step.
I love you.
I love you. I had to get a fresh roll of towels.
Because of all the
blood. The bloodbath. How's it healing up though?
I don't know, I'm too scared to open it.
Don't open that door.
You're gonna have to look for me.
I'm not looking at that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look for me.
I couldn't look at it even when you were having it. Like, can you imagine?
I looked at it and I literally passed out.
Good thing I didn't look at it, or else we would both be in the ER
Can you
together.
imagine?
Yeah.
On the floor, just passed out.
Just wake up in our own blood. Are you gonna follow my advice and just stay out of the kitchen from now on?
Yeah, I think from here on out, it's just Chipotle, in and out. That's all we can ask for. That's all anyone could ever ask for.
Stop speaking my love language.
I love you.
I love you. I'm so sorry about your hand though. Are you sure you're okay with it though? Like, it's still in pain or?
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt right now, but it's like, I'm trying to figure out the right word to describe it, because it feels like discomfort, it feels stingy.
Yeah.
And it feels like more mentally painful, if that makes sense. Because whenever I like really dwell on it and think about what is in there, it's freaking me out. Yeah.
That was traumatizing. That was very traumatizing, that last night.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect. But should we tell them the story? First of all, no one here is surprised that this happened to me. Not one person.
I know that's your index finger, but it totally looks like you're flipping everybody off for some reason.
I know. It's my favorite finger too.
That one's your favorite finger?
Think about it for a second. Pick a favorite finger. Which one's your favorite finger? This one.
That is your favorite finger. That's one you used to like nag at me. You used to bitch at me and point me to do things.
When you're mad at someone, when you use your finger a lot, that's the one you go for. Or when you're like pointing to something, which one do you point with? This one!
The pointer. No wonder you like that finger so much.
Yeah, when I do magic, or when I do the Disney opening credit. But like if I was like gonna be on the Disney Channel, after I, remember when my path could have been on the Disney Channel, but when I was a teenager, but I like chose a different path and was like, you know what? No, Disney, sorry, I'm not gonna do that show. But that could have been me when I would have used this finger, and I would have been. This is John, and I'm Jonathan, and you're watching the Disney Channel. Do 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 do, and make the Mickey Mouse.
You should see what finger I'm holding behind my head right now.
That's not a nice finger.
Oh my gosh, I still can't believe that was so traumatic. That was so traumatic for me last night.
Well, I'm glad you survived.
I'm glad you survived. Let's just start from the beginning.
It all started with a Facebook reel. So first off, every Monday we switch off between my brother's house and our house. One Monday, me and Aaron will host dinner. It's only 45 minutes, an hour long. And the other Monday, it was my brother doing it, and we switch off, right? And it's my brother, my sister-in-law, and Joey and Luke.
It's tradition.
It's tradition. But so this time was our time to host, right? So I was trying to figure out what to cook this time, and I found two viral recipes, right? You get cucumbers, you slice them up, you put them in this bowl, and get peanut butter, soy sauce, rice vinegar, chili something. You mix a whole bunch of stuff, and you get this cool cucumber salad. But when the guy was doing it on the video, he had this thing where when you slice, you didn't have to cut the cucumbers, you just slice it on this this cutting thing. So we go to Target to get the stuff, and I was like, I want to get this thing, right? Because it looks so cool how they did it. So I buy it.
The universe was sending us a sign from the beginning. You did not find it, remember? You were looking everywhere.
You said, it must be one of those specialties that you have to order online. I was like, no, there's cutting things all across here. It's got to be in here. And you're like, no, it's a specialty.
Boy, do I regret finding that mandolin.
So anyways, we get it, and we do we forget something at the grocery store or something? But we left and we came back. Oh no, we took Daniel on a walk.
Yeah.
And we were trying to get him some steps.
Please don't say that word. Don't wake the beast.
Don't worry, he's out. He's had a lot of W's. Anyways, his eye twitch. So anyways, we come back and we realized that Joey and Sal were on the way. I was going fast and I had never used this thing before, but it was like, now come to think about it, I might have done something stupid and I did a lot of things stupid. But one of the things I did that was really stupid that I think is that I might have taken off the safety. I don't know, because it was my first time using this thing and I didn't really read thoroughly through the directions, but I did rip off this one thing because I was trying to cut the cucumber at first and it wouldn't cut. So I think if I played with it a little bit longer, I would have been able to do it in a safer manner. So, but that's not the point of the story.
No, it's not.
But and that, I'm not 100% sure. So I ripped off that one piece and then started slicing real nice. So I'm over here and I'm slicing away, and then boom, I cut, right? And at that point, I didn't see what happened. I just felt it. And now, like, I don't even know, looking back, like, because I felt like there was a big stub of cucumber still left. Like, I didn't think I was dangerously close, unless my finger slipped or something. I don't know. Anyways, I know.
This is traumatizing.
It's getting me like a chill.
This was last night.
Yeah.
So you had the bowl of cucumbers right there
here
with your finger in it.
So it happened, and I was like, Aaron! And I was like, I need a Band-Aid.
So you sliced your finger. You were slicing your finger. And then you told me you need a Band-Aid. So I ran upstairs in a panic. And then when I was halfway up there getting the Band-Aid, you were like, no, I need to go to the urgent care. No, I asked you, right? I was like, do you need to go to the urgent care? Are you sure? Are you sure you just don't need to go to the urgent care? And then you said, no, I need to go to the urgent care. Or something, right? And then I like ran back downstairs. And then by that point, you were like, you had like some kind of like cloth over it or paper towels. No, you had paper towels, you were wrapping it. And you didn't want to look at it.
It did have wrapped in paper towels, and the blood was soaking through the paper towels, and I needed more paper towels.
It just kept coming.
It kept coming.
At that
and then
point.
I started getting really panicky and started to freak out what was happening. And I remember looking at my hand, at my finger, and I remember seeing like white. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like, it looked, now I think it was tissue. But like, I came over here, and I was like, I started freaking out. I remember being like, I felt woozy, like really woozy, like I was gonna throw up.
Yeah, and I was calling Sal, your brother, to see where they were at this point, because they were like down the street.
Yeah, then I went like this and I hit the wall, and I was gonna throw up, and I remember like hunched over, and then I fell down here. Obviously here, because there's little blood marks.
Yeah. Well, you kind of like, you didn't fall, you just knelt down like that.
Yeah, and then I was right here, and then Bandit was trying to come up to me, and then like you came here, I remember, you were holding me.
Yeah, I was on the phone with your brother while I was holding you, cradling you in my arms.
As I died.
As you were saying, like, I'm woozy, I'm gonna die.
And then I was like, I'm gonna pass out, and then my eyes rolled in the back of my head, and then I like passed out. And I remember like you screaming my name that woke me back up, and I felt disoriented. Like I felt like I had fallen asleep and didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
And then it all came rushing back what was happening, and then panic sunk in again.
Your brother was almost here. I was like, you were like still kind of out of it, and like I think you were freaking out at that point, and then I was freaking out at that point. And you had passed out already. I didn't want you to pass out again. So I think I picked you up and like did the whole arm over the shoulder thing. We went outside and I started walking down the street because I was like, okay, they're like gonna pull up any second now, and you needed the fresh air anyway. I think that did help because you were able to walk, and you were in a lot of pain, like holding it and everything. It was bleeding, like it wouldn't stop bleeding. His brother actually rolled up just in time when we went outside right there, and we jumped into the car and we're like, urgent care, right away.
Urgent care, stat. No, but I remember thinking I needed my finger. Like I was like, because I was confused by what was cut off.
Oh.
And like I was like, my finger's in the bowl of cucumbers, maybe, and I might need it for them to sew it back on.
So we went to the urgent care, ran in there. We're at the front, and we're about to go back, and she's like, I just need to have the doctor look at it first. As I'm like putting his ID, reaching into his pocket, because he's like writhing in pain still. He's like literally writhing in pain, like he can't talk almost. And
just trailing blood as I'm walking in through the lobby.
Yeah, and so they said, okay, let's have a doctor look at it first to see if we can even treat you. So they took him back. They took the finger and started playing with it, and he's in more pain from there. I'm thinking he's gonna pass out again because he's still like.
At that point, I almost did because I remember she even asked me, "Are you okay? You look like you lost your face is like you look what do you call it?
Drained, yeah,
no,
like a ghost, like you were white." She said that it went down to the bone. It looked like it went down to the bone. Yeah. So she rewrapped it. That took another like 5 minutes, and then they sent us on our way to the emergency room.
Yeah, and so imagine thinking. At that point, I'm already freaked out because like I sliced my finger and I don't know how bad it is, and then you hit the bone. Then it's like,
right. Sorry, my hand was hurting. Oh, sorry, my hand was hurting. It hurt so bad. I needed a second.
You know, all day too, Aaron's been saying cut jokes,
but on accident.
They have been on accident, but it's so bad.
I'm usually pretty witty at those kind of things on purpose, but like this was not on purpose. I did not mean to make jokes like that. I swear to God, I'm so sorry. Give me your hand.
No.
Let me kiss it.
No, you don't want to kiss it. You think it's gross. You don't want to be with me anymore because I'm damaged goods. I'm like a toy with a broken arm or something. You almost couldn't find me anymore because I almost died.
And he kept saying this all night. Like, as it was happening, he was talking about dying in the car. He was talking about it when we got there, before we got there. So, of course, I, being the empathetic person that I am, believe everything that he says. And if he tells me he's in that much pain, I'm going to freak out.
So we get to the emergency room.
God, we finally got to the emergency room.
And it's packed. Like, it's packed.
I've never seen it that packed.
We couldn't, they ended up, like me and Aaron ended up having nowhere to sit, so we were sitting in this one section where there's only 2 chairs, but then they kicked us out because that was like for vitals. Like
they were taking the vitals there.
And
as you're bleeding on the floor.
Yeah, and they're just like that, you know, it was so weird. This is what's so weird about the American, like, healthcare system, you guys. Like, literally get there, I'm bleeding. I'm trailing blood. We don't know. The doctors don't know. I don't know how bad my finger is, right? We don't know if it needs to be sewn on. We don't know anything, right? And the first thing they do, can I have your ID and your insurance card?
Yeah.
What insurance company is you? Have you been here before? Like, it's all the, like, what form of payment do you have? Like,
I remember standing next to you and I was answering the questions because you were like holding your finger and trying not to pass out as you were dripping blood, like with whatever they were holding. Because it was going through, they wrapped it at the urgent care, but it was soaking through that because it was still bleeding like nonstop. So they were asking stupid questions like, have you ever been here before? And things like that. And I was like, no, we were trying to get to the point. They got our insurance information. They told me to fill out the chart for you because, you know, your hand was kind of...
Well, first she handed it to me. She's like, oh, should I hand it to him? I was like,
yeah, might be a good idea.
I'm like this, you guys. Blood soaking down, right? And she hands me the clipboard with the pen. And I look at her, and she looks at me, and she's like, should I give it to him? And I was like...
We were waiting for, I think it was about 2 hours, almost, before we finally got seen.
And I think I cut the line a little bit.
A little bit because, well, you were the only one that was literally writhing and shaking in pain. Yeah. Everyone else was like...
Oh, did you hear the girl that was getting her viral, the teenager next to me?
Yeah.
I was like...
She was like...
You're faking it.
I'm at a 10.
Yeah, but she was like, she's like, I'm at a 10 in pain, but she was like laughing and talking about other stuff, and I was like, you ain't a 10.
It was good when we finally got back there. It kind of went a little faster when we went back there, right? Not for you. It probably felt like a million years.
The nurse was like, you nervous? And I was like, yeah. He's like, just doing that. And I was like, you're supposed to say, don't worry, this isn't going to hurt at all. He's like, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. And he was like, you're not going to like me right now, but you're going to love me when I'm done. And he goes into this whole story about, like, he was like the wise old man in the movie that was supposed to be, that was supposed to put you, like, make all the sense in the world with his metaphors and his similes and, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was talking about the bees and butterflies and things.
He was. And I'm sitting there like, I'm going to kill him. Like, are you ready for this? Are you good? Are you prepared? Like, he was, like, prepping me for the pain, right?
Yeah. And
I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, no, I'm not ready. But, like, he dips it in, and I'm thinking it's going to be... Like, I felt like I was going to scream in agony. That's how bad.
Yeah.
It didn't even sting. And I was like, are you there's nothing happening. And he's like, told you you'd be all right. And he walked away.
It's over now. It's over though.
Easy for you to say.
Well, it's not over. You're still on a healing journey right now. Yeah. You're on a healing journey.
But thank you for everything you did for me.
Yeah. Anytime you need a hand, I got you. I love giving you a hand. Gotta hand it to you though. You did handle that. You did handle that with a lot of grace.
You need to cut it off.
You need to cut it off. You need to not cut it off.
It's things like that kind of show you again what's important in life. You know, like especially for us being busy all the time, like we get so busy and so caught up in like just work and stuff that we forget in school, and we forget that how important each other are. And that was definitely a night that like really put a lot of things in perspective. And like,
no, I almost lost you.
You almost did lose me.
I'm glad
you did.
Glad you survived that.
Me too. It's like a kick in the ass to remind you of what's important in life.
Stop. I'll be there for you just like you're always there for me. We're always gonna be there for each other.
Yeah, you promised that our relationship will never sever?
Well, I can't promise that after last night.
Also, you guys want to see how my brother makes fun of me? Here's a little video he sent for me at work.
Jonathan, this work like this.
Look at him, Jonathan. You have to be careful when you do something on the kitchen. Look at him. See? Now the finger.
Very nice.
Very gentle. And very slowly. See?
Finish.
Voila.
Hey guys, thank you again for watching Husband and Husband. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see more of our stuff, you can join our Patreon where we do exclusive comics, videos, and a live stream every month.
Also, you can find my book and Aaron's comics on our web store.
Thank you guys for all of your support, and we couldn't do this without all of your help.
Thank you for being a part of the Husband and Husband family.